abalala bafa, abalala batulugunyizibwa tebatasobola kukola mulimu gwonna, n'abalala babuzibwawo bemanyi obulungi. So twebaza abantu bonna batukwatirako, of course n'abalala abakomulenti baffe abamu abatufaako abamu tubayambako nga Shakira n'abagesera n'abalala. Ensonga ey'okubiri kwegatta ku Deputy Secretary General kwogera, maybe I should begin in English. We want to condemn the Electoral Commission, which has already started signs of not organizing a free and fair election. One of apparently, in the released demarcation report from the Electoral Commission, we have seen strength. They have substantially, while in the areas where they presume that Museveni can easily rig elections, they have left all the leaders there. We condemn that in the strongest terms possible. For example, and as NUP, we have been advocating for a lean government, lean and effective. But we do not believe in discrimination. And if you see Kampala, for example, it has the biggest population density. So how do you go and reduce the number of leaders in Kampala and not affect those other areas where they believe that General Museveni can easily rig elections and all that? And I'll just give a sample. In Kampala here, in the 2021 elections, we had 467 leaders at the level of councillor, those local government positions. They have reduced them to 268. It means that they have removed 199 positions. In Masaka City, 89, 76. In Mbarara, for example, where they had 87, they have just removed 13 to leave them as 74. In Wakiso, they have removed 305 positions. 305 positions. There were 1,015, now there are only 710. Now, in other places, like I said, where they believe they can easily rig, you see that they have either not reduced or just reduced by very, very few. So we condemn that and we shall oppose it using all means necessary. Ensonga eyo nayo kanjogereko mu Luganda nti bano abantu okumanya nti bali deliberate batandise emivuyo gye baze bakola mu kulonda, bagenze mu maaso n'okukendeeza ebifo ebirondebwa mu bitundu we bamanyi nti Museveni abantu tebamwagalira ddala, si kuba nti eri abalala bamwagala, naye bamanyi nti eyo basobola okubbirayo obululu. Kakati n'abalaze nga mu Kampala wano Kampala City bagyeko positions oba ebifo ebyesimbwamu 199. We tubadde ne bakansala omugate nga 467, kati basigadde 268. N'olaba nga Wakiso ne bajjako ebifo 305, awabadde 1,015, kati waliwo 710. Ekyo nno tetwalibadde na buzibu nakyo, kubanga ffe ababadde bagamba gavumenti erina okubeera lean, erina okuba ntono naye ng'ekola mu butuufu bwayo. Naye bw'olaba ebitundu we bamanyi nti Museveni asobola okubbirayo obululu n'ebirala, awo teba-reducinze ebyo ebifo nga wano. So nga mukimanyi bulungi nnyo nti kati nga Kampala yesinga population, kitegeeza kyekyo nti bw'oba okendeeza ebifo walibadde ogenda eri awali abantu abatono, kubanga mu mateeka ne basic logic abantu omuwendo obuntu bw'abantu bwe bwalibadde buditamininga bameka babakola ki abakiikirira. Mukimanyi bulungi nti ensonga eri ku babaka ba palamenti ti Buganda esinga population enene mu Uganda yonna yeina ababaka abasinga obutono. Lwaki mu luzungu bakiyita gerrymandering. If you look at the population density, Buganda as a region has the biggest population in the country, and yet it has the smallest number of members of parliament. So that is what we are seeing even here, that they are trying their best to do gerrymandering, to create more elective positions in places where they believe General Museveni can easily rig elections, and where they know that the opposition is very strong, they are reducing those positions. So we are opposing that, and we shall use all lawful means to challenge it. Mu nsonga eyo waliwo n'ensonga endala gye tubadde twogerako ebbanga ddene. Kooti, the High Court, mu musango ogwawaabwa Kalali Stephen nga waliwo Electoral Commission, ogwo musango omulamuzi yagusala ng'ennaku 17 eza June 2020. Kooti yavaayo n'egamba nti abantu baffe abawangalira mu diaspora bakkirizibwe okulonda. Kooti n'egamba nti abantu baffe abali makomera nga bwe mmanyi amakomera ga Uganda nze naawe tusobola okulyesangamu nga tebunaziba, basobola okujja ne batukwata wano ne batutwala mu makomera. Kati kooti yavaayo n'egamba nti buli muntu yenna ayina obuyinza okukola ki, okulonda, kwetaba mu kulonda. Last time mu bya 2020 ne bavaayo ne bagamba nti baali tebasobola ku implementing eyo decision kubanga obudde bwali bugenze. Kakati babadde n'emyaka 5 miramba okutegeka ekintu ekyo, naye n'akalulu kano ke tugendamu bagambye nti abantu baffe mu diaspora n'abasibe tebagenda kulonda, kubanga bakimanyi bulungi nti abantu baffe abali mu diaspora 99.9% tebasobola kulonda Museveni. Abantu baffe abali mu makomera naddala be basibira bwereere tebasobola kulonda. Gavumenti yakola ki? Yabasibira bwereere. Tetugamba nti teri bantu abasaana okusibibwa, naye abantu baffe abasinga mu makomera ge Uganda bakusanga wali ne bagamba gwe otulabikidde bubi, genda mu kkomera, ne bakuteekako ekisangosango kyonna kyonna kye baagala, bakusanga olina bereti n'ebirala bwe bityo. So ekyo nakyo tukikondemminga. We condemn that, and we demand that the Electoral Commission implements the decision in Kalali Stephen versus the Electoral Commission, where court clearly said that the people in the diaspora and prisoners also are citizens and have a right to vote. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we had a very important meeting, the National Executive Committee of the party. As you all know, we've been having some vacant positions in this party, the National Unity Platform, and the President, using his powers under the Constitution of the party, has appointed some people in those positions. And this morning, the National Executive Committee approved those people who are going to be introduced to you today. And may I now invite you, Mr. President, to come and receive these, your people who you have appointed, and receive them publicly. And then after that, they will say something to us. As we go into the election, you will see that these are very important positions that we are filling because of the importance that they have. But maybe apart from those people, as you all know, we had a vacancy at the National Consultative Forum, which we had a deputy president who also doubled as the vice chairperson of the National Consultative Forum. So the National Executive Committee has approved our National Treasurer, Comrade Katana Benjamin, to serve in that role. You can stand up and wave to these people to represent the National Unity Platform and the National Consultative Forum, which body brings together all political parties in the country. That is different from IPOD. We are not part of IPOD, we are not members of IPOD. But the National Consultative Forum is created by law for all political parties, not only those which are in Parliament. And our Deputy President then was the Vice Chairperson, and our comrade will be there. So, Mr. President, now let me introduce to you the other leaders. Our Deputy Secretary for Youth for Western Region has been Comrade Aguda Moses, but he recently got a full-time job. Although we still work with him, he became incapacitated for him to continue doing this role, and he is being replaced by Comrade Gwamba Geoffrey, aka Western Prince, all the way from Bundibujo in Rwenzori sub-region. Western Prince, a very tall man, you see him when you
muwulize bulungi abakulembeze wabula si balonzi be balonze mu bitundu ebyenjawulo.
Deputy Secretary for Youth for Western Region, all the way from Rwenzori sub-region. Ladies and gentlemen, oyo comrade Gwamba Geoffrey agenda kubeera nga yakulembera abavubuka baffe aba Western Region oluvannyuma lwa abaddewo okufuna omulimu ogwa full time ogutamusobozesa kusigala ng'akola ogw'omulimu. Our secretary for the elderly was Mzee Byalugaba William, who used to fondly call Jaja Nup. As you know, Jaja Nup passed on and buried him in Kabale, and this afternoon we have a replacement, and that is Reverend Dr. Ben Byamugisha Mutungwire, all the way from Bushenyi sub-region. A very highly educated man with a PhD, the doctor, is going to be heading the elderly in the National Unity Platform. Mukulu ono yagenda kubanga kulembera abakadde mu National Unity Platform. Abakadde bona yagenda okubanga abatwala oluvannyuma. She's advising us to send, we take the podium. Okay, it's all right. Oluvannyuma lwa eyaliwo Mzee William Byalugaba bwe twayitanga Jaja Nup okufa, kakati omukulu ono muyivu nnyo, agenda abagulira ebitabo bye era yagenda otukulembera mu kkowe eryo. Our Secretary for Policy was the Honorable Tolit Simon Akecha, who also passed on. You remember he was our candidate in the Omoro by-election. He is being replaced by our comrade Harriet Ageno. Comrade Harriet Ageno, all the way from Dokoro district in Lango sub-region. You remember we were with her in Dokoro, so she's going to be the head of policy or secretary for policy on the National Executive Committee. Our secretary for PWDs used to be Mr. Issa Williempala, who resigned following his appointment into public service. And for that position, he's being replaced by Mr. Julius Maganda from Iganga district, Isoga region. Yeah, kati honorable Balimwezo ofinya kutwala sebo. PWD's desk. Many honorable Balimwezo are very, very passionate about PWD's issues. So you have Comrade Maganda Julius taking that. As you all know, our Deputy President for Western Uganda, I see Bright is very happy there, because he now has a new mother. Our Deputy President, Mama Joy, passed on, and we are all very, very sad. And she's being replaced by Jole Jacqueline Tukamushaba, all the way from Ruchiga district, Shigezi sub-region. We now have a Deputy President for Western Uganda, Madame Jole Jacqueline Tukamushaba. Many of you remember her story when she was picked up, arrested, kept in Makenke military barracks for over a month during elections, simply because she was found with posters of our president. Maybe she will tell us more about that story. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, you know that our Deputy President for Uganda region, by his own conduct and pronouncement, has since left the party.
Yes.
Following a corruption scandal which he failed to explain to the party.
Muwulirize agenda okusikira Mpuuga.
Humbling himself to explain and do what the NEC had asked him, he decided to leave the party and do what he has been doing. And that followed his suspension from that position. So in light of that, he's being replaced by the Honorable Muhammad Mpuuga. All the way from Butambala.
Mpuuga Kivumbi abaliddemu. Mpuuga Kivumbi yawangudde obwa
So, behold, ladies and gentlemen, our Deputy President for Uganda.
Deputy President wa Uganda ya Mpuuga Kivumbi.
People power, our power. I need to emphasize one point. These appointments are in acting capacity up to the delegates conference. The President has appointed these people in acting capacity until the delegates conference, which will be held around June this year, and the delegates conference may choose to confirm them or to, at that time we'll be having a brand new National Executive Committee. So that is very important for you ladies and gentlemen to note. Mr. President, even if you go back having received them. Now I will request these leaders to introduce themselves, and only the two deputy presidents will speak substantively about themselves and what they will do, but the rest of us, because of time, will just introduce ourselves, and go back and sit. Beginning with you, the tallest man in the team.
All right. People power. Our power. Yes, good afternoon, members of the press and all of us. My name is Western Prince Gwambale. President yatugambye tugyekolere. Bondi gojo mbazoganya era nzija awaliho nalikozaakawo wenyini wengendo otulanga awo. For my people from Rwenzori, Mama Sebabuholo, Masinje Eribyayo, Abweturucha Munawire, Bamabenye Komamu, Deputy our Youth Hub Western Region. And Engane no Makaturi Akeboende County Hawe Bundibujo District. Masinja Kutseva.
Thank you very much. Professor.
People power. People power. Praise God. I'm convinced when you press God in the first position, everything will come true. My name is Reverend Dr. Benon Brave Yamjisha. I'm a senior lecturer in some universities of this country, and I might call myself the founder of this NUP. Since its inception, I was there. So that is greater than me and greater than everybody here. I'm a member, and I'm going to act in that position as a parent, as a guide, and definitely want to see this country streamlining with peace and prosperity. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Comrade Katana Benjamin Sebo, our National Treasurer also.
People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Like I have been introduced, my name is Benjamin Katana. Mr. President, all of you, our distinguished leaders and members of NUP, I accept the additional assignment with commitment, honor, and a sense of duty. I pledge to be a strong and calm voice of the party in the National Consultative Forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Katana. Yes, Comrade Julius Maganda, all the way from Iganga.
People power, our power. Yes, from Incase, as he has introduced to me. However, I thank God that somewhere, somehow, I'm physically seen, and somewhere, somehow, at least mentally, I can decide what is wrong and what is right. I remember some years ago, the Ministry of Health said that in Uganda, there are many people, or the percentage of 10, out of 10, at least 7, 8 people are kind mental of disturbed. And indeed, somewhere, somehow, you can see that some of them, when they eat their words, they are mentally disturbed. And because the mental weakness cannot be seen, you don't sympathize with them. And you end up sometimes sympathizing with some of us because we are physically incapacitated. Yes, some of us can even do more than what other people can do.
Agambye abamu kambanyonnyole mubuulidde wali wamu nga temuli balema naye ng'obwongo bwamwe bwalemala. Agambye mbu waliwo abamu nga balamu nga batambula nga balya nga banywa naye ng'obwongo bwamwe bulema nga ye omulema abasinga kinene.
Ndowooza pulezidenti n'abantu bangambye siina nsonga lwaki mpapa. I will conclude by thanking the President for at least having that belief in me, and I promise I will serve the people. Baba kunko mwamegere kuni musoka. Yerusaga musoka mwene. Era ndidye okubanga nkiriza obuvunaanyizibwa President n'ekibiina kya NUP especially okubanga bandikiriza okuba nti buno obwire mbanga nkolaki ngemaganya ensonga abantu abali ku obulemu bwabo weewaawo eri bonna aba balina obulemu bwakolaki obwekweka era nakutwala obuvunaanyizibwa obwo okubanga n'abalina obulemu obwo obwekweka ngezaako obeeza mulayi nkuwabye namaazayi. SP webale yala kumukisa kuy'abantu era nga kusaavinga nga omunenze era nga n'omwapulirize kirakubaswaza mwebale.
Thank you very much. Comrade Harriet Ageno, Ninidiro.
Is people power? People power? NUP? No, during my time, you people are not excited. You're only excited when they mention somebody, a replacement from Buganda. People shout for me also. Okay, I'm excited now. Because the revolutionary began from appointing me from northern Uganda into that leg. That's why I said you should have all the reason to shout and thank our president. I will start by introducing my name as Harriet Ageno Nenidiro, a former aspirant for woman member of parliament, Dokolo district, Mama Dokolo. Your Excellency, the president of the National Unity Platform, the deputy presidents and all the members of parliament and everyone who has come to appreciate this flagging us off to the committee
I want to take this time to thank God for giving us this great opportunity. We have come at a time where this vehicle, the position is for policy and development. This vehicle, where the president is the driver, I have come to check is the spare tire, is the fuel, and everything. Is it an alternative for a government that this country needs? So that is all my speech, and that is all I want to enter in that. Entrusting me with this position, I am going to do my best that you'll even confirm again and then make me to remain in that position. I'm not campaigning.
Thank you very much. And now our two senior leaders. Let me begin with you. Incidentally, it's an interesting coincidence that she's also called Jolly. So Mama Jolly, please come and speak to the people.
People power, our power, people power, our power, NUP, everywhere, the party president and the vice president, the members of the NEC, ladies and gentlemen, protocol observed. My name is Jacqueline Jolly Tukamushawa, hailing from Rochiga, where I'm commonly known as Omuhereza Moromji. My nickname directly resonates with the party's desire to have Omuhereza Moromji in Uganda. People, we need to count ourselves so blessed to belong to the mighty party, the National Unity Platform. You will agree with me that since inception, a lot has been revealed. Who are we to cause this change to this country? We are so proud. I will borrow a Luganda word, omwana mubi avune nina. Bannange teri kinyiga nakugoberera mukulembeze mubi. President, we are so proud to associate with your leadership. I'm so honored to be appointed to serve the nation, but with much emphasis to the Western region. Ugandans have been made to believe that Western region is very okay. That's a myth, friends. Actually, Western region is much more worse than you think. Since I'm in Uganda, I will still say that Uganda is equally not okay. But because people from various regions have invested in Uganda, when they do the statistics, the assumption is that Uganda is okay. We are not okay. Western Uganda is endowed with natural resources. We have minerals, we have agriculture, we have tourism. But unfortunately, it has not been developed. The roads are very impassable to enable agriculture thrive. You will not believe that schools are still not doing well. And it's not different when you come to the health sector. And I'm glad that those are the issues that National Unity Platform has come to address. Mr. President, with your leadership, we pledge our allegiance, and together we will drive the horse to the end. I have an appeal to all of us. Let us educate the masses and tell them how good this party is. And then let us resist intimidation. I personally mentioned that I was abducted from home on 10th. I painfully did not cast my vote. The vote that I thought was my voice. And the only crime that I had committed, I had a red beret, which I hear according to the regime is only meant for the men in forces. And even as they were taking me, it sounded funny. I probably thought I would leave maybe immediately after voting, and it didn't come out that way. I spent in the military barracks a month and 3
network
days.
erikiriye oba ndambogera ku network.
And yeah, I have a charge sheet, and the crime looks bigger than the beret. They normally say you had military attires. I don't know how many they wear. But your friends, God is on our side. Did you hear that? God is on the side of the National Unity Platform.
Semakula Musa wetegereze
God
bulungi.
is always on the side of the oppressed. And you will agree with me that that's what National Unity Platform stands for. National Unity Platform is not just a party. It is a ray of hope. People are looking at us and they are waiting for deliverance. They are waiting for a new Uganda through us. So it's a call unto us all. Let's do whatever is in our means to make this reality come true. And it's not far, by the way. It's soon. There are things that happen and you believe, yeah, the change that we want is coming. So, when time comes to vote, please use your vote to represent your voice. Let's not die in silence. Let's speak. Because if we speak, we die. If we keep silence, then we die. Is there anyone here who will not die? No. And it's not that when no one knows that day. I could die today, I could die tomorrow. So why not sacrifice for the country? And you die when you have left a legacy. I call upon all of us to develop a sense of resilience. The route to freedom is normally not that smooth. But let's develop the courage, let's have the resilience, let's learn to sacrifice. There is nothing good that you achieve without sacrificing. Let's sacrifice now. Olutalo bweruligwa tulikola ki? Tuliyamba engule. Friends of National Unity Platform, our crown is awaiting. I want to say something briefly about the late Segirina's story. Briefly. Some of us got annoyed when the mother was appreciating Parliament. No, just understand what the lady is going through. I personally, when I was in prison, my very biological mother voted for NRM. And why? Because she was told that if you vote for opposition, your daughter will not be released. So you'll never know what voices this woman is hearing until you're in those shoes. So friends, even as we go through anything that we go through, let's go deeper to know what the source and the cause is. With that, thank you. SG yamprovokinze okwogera ebitono ku binkwatako. Ndi mukyala musomesa owa secondary, alina okusomesa chemistry, alina okusomesa pharmacy and accounts. Ngamba Lukiga? Okay, mwebale munonga. Ndi omunyereza w'abantu ekimuli kunshaba nikyo ndikukola. So amazina nditukamushaba Jacqueline Joy ningarukamu ninduga Lukiga. Ndi omushomesa wa secondary owashomire NTC Kabale kushomesa pharmacy, accounts na office practice. Ninduga omumaka gamoro. So omuhanda gwanje gwokushoma abana ashomesibwe ekelezia. Konga ekyomugisha mubi kuna amazire kushoma nomanyana oshoma oyina amasiko otunamara kushoma nintunga omurimo ndeberera abantu banje ndiho mu bworo. Omugisha mubi bukija bwaletwa gavumenti bukunabire nimara nti kushoma ninshobora NTC bataho ikokwesere bani barekeraho.
Ekyokusatu tuyambi sirya lukolosofa nze wenagira mu politics ne baganda bange namuyisi ate ne ngamba nti osinza kukitwalanga kakandi talina kubanga mbadde ebbanga lyonna ne mwita jangu otuula wano ku kigo bwe mba ntidde ongumye era kale kakale emira